Okay, we're live at Clifton Market on Friday, November 2nd. And I have my friend Emma here off camera. We're going to make her a button for her for being a Clifton Market spokesperson. So it's E M Emma Lou is her name. She launched 1,000 ships. And we're going to make her a little button here to be an ambassador of Clifton Market. Emma's 17. She's going to be voting next year. There you go, Emma. There's your little button. And it'll last forever. Look forward. Yesterday we had a very exciting post. Okay, we're back here. We had a little trouble with our connection. We're trying to figure this out. Usually we start up the show. We go with the newsletter. It's published by CliftonCommunity.org. It's Clifton Town Meeting is our advisory group to the city of Cincinnati. And if you go to the website, CliftonCommunity.org, you can sign up to have emails sent to your home, and I always collate them and print them out and read them. So the big issue in this December meeting's election and voting is about the proposed bylaw changes. And I've been trying to figure out whether or not they're going to have a complete, item by item bylaw change, or they're going to group them all in one group. If you've been following the election ballot right now, there are numerous changes in the charter of Cincinnati, and each one is being voted on. And later we'll get to read one of those. So following the recommendation of the CTM Bylaws Committee during the September meeting, the trustees of CTM voted to put forward 7 significant changes to the bylaws for a membership vote. See you, Ryan. Okay. The vote will happen on Monday, December 3rd. Before then, we want you to review the changes and get your questions answered. You can go to the CliftonCommunity.org website and look at the bylaws. And if you have any questions, you can contact them at contactctm@cliftoncommunity.org. The CPS Magnet School enrollment is coming up. Parents interested in Cincinnati Public Schools magnet programs such as Fairview Clifton German Language School, North Avondale Montessori, and or other CPS magnet schools may be interested in becoming information in the upcoming information sessions, where CPS administrators will explain the online lottery process to enter magnet elementary schools and answer your questions. Round 1 of the lottery opens November 6th for enrollment in magnet elementary schools in the 2019-20 school year. Round 1 continues until December 14th, 2018. 2 more lottery rounds follow for applications not submitted in round 1. Parents are encouraged to enter the application in round 1 because magnet seats fill up quickly. CPS began its lottery system in October 2015 to create an easy and equitable process for assigning seats in magnet elementary schools. One more information session remains and is scheduled for 5 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, November 7th at the Leap Academy, 2001 Baltimore Avenue, 45225. You might remember that in the past there was the camp out in Fairview Clifton School. They would camp out for like a couple of weeks. But it was decided that this was unfair to people who couldn't have a camp out or didn't have the time or working 2 jobs. So CPS changed it to a lottery system. This will make the magnet schools more reflective of. Hey, Will, come over and say hello.
Oh, you know what? I gotta run.
Okay.
To school.
All right.
Otherwise I would. Take care.
See you. Oh yes, Chris. Yes, we need people in here. Sit down. Sit down. We'll talk a little bit.
Okay.
Because they just had a recent an email sent out to the shareholders.
I'm not a shareholder.
No, I understand, but I'm just telling you.
What
It
did
came
they?
out today. They had a meeting yesterday.
Okay.
And the fact is that we owe $6 million.
Oh my God.
And there's going to be some restructuring. They hired a bankruptcy lawyer, and so we're going to move forward with those 2 things going on.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Well, it's the nature of the business. We can't really expect. I'm sorry. We're going to get you in the camera here.
Oh.
Scoot over here, Chris. There we go. That's better.
I'm so sorry. Are you going to be able to work through the bankruptcy and maintain the store being open?
I think that's in the interest of everybody to keep the
Absolutely.
store open.
That's what we want.
Yeah, we want a store, whether it's owned by the community or it's owned by somebody else.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you have to do what you have to do to keep this place open, which would be the best benefit for our neighborhood.
Well, we lost a lot of traction when IGA's closed. Had the Kellers said to the community, we can't do it anymore. Do you want to take over the store? And it would kept up the traction. We would have had the same momentum.
Right, but what I don't understand, and you explained to me the last time I spoke to you, is everyone wanted this place. Everyone needs to come back and support it.
Well, what I've learned is that the marketing that's needed to bring the people back in is pretty significant.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about maybe $500,000 of marketing to pull those people back in. It's not free. You
No.
can't buy it with social media.
No. It's expensive to market.
Right. So.
Advertise, flyers,
Yes.
the whole,
Yes.
maybe, you guys used to be on NPR.
Right. We still
I'm
occasionally have a
Okay.
broadcast. We had a recent broadcast on Fox 19.
Oh, okay.
And it was a real positive message. Mike at the wine store was interviewed, and Claudia Wright was interviewed. It was a great interview, but that's only a piece of the marketing puzzle. The media
Right.
is important, but
Right.
also, the fun thing about it is to think of it as sort of like an election.
Mm-hmm.
You get these unrelated emails and phone calls and literature in the mail about the election on Tuesday.
Right.
Well, the market has to do the same thing.
Absolutely. Put out flyers, and to the neighborhood, like circulars or whatever they're called, for sale items and get everyone back.
No, I agree, and we're still bottoming out in the bottom of the bell curve here. I every week on Monday, I think maybe the social media has made a significant change. All my efforts have made minuscule change, ineffective.
But we appreciate that you're making the effort, Tom.
Well, it's a beacon. It's a spokesperson, a daily broadcast that people get the information. And what it's effectively done is prevented a lot of the vacuum from filling up with naysayers. The vacuum is really, it is what it is. We had a interview with Adam Hyland yesterday, and he kind of revisited all the issues of him leaving the market.
Right.
But I had to leave it
Okay.
because it was hurting him more than it was helping him.
Right.
So I wish I could have engaged him to think more positive about what we can do, and he is positive about doing it, but it's just going to have to be done by another entity.
Right. And who would that be?
Well, there's some opportunities.
people, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have other opportunities. I think numerous, at least three other entities have interest in making this a market.
Awesome.
So we'll just have to see how it lays out.
Right. And once again, I think we need a market, and whoever's willing to help out, take over, whatever, it's fine with me, because I'm not even a shareholder, but
No, you don't have to be a shareholder.
but this place is convenient, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, there was a lot of money put into it, and
Yes.
it's gorgeous. I
Yes.
mean, it's something to be proud of.
Yes, and yesterday during the broadcast, I was talking to another friend, Tom, and we were sort of comparing Clifton to being like a movie set.
Yeah.
It has everything you'd want in a movie: a
You don't
theater,
have to leave Clifton.
a market, a hardware store, a
It's
drugstore.
an old neighborhood that
But-
everyone utilized, and
In the past.
in the past, and we still utilize. And when Keller's went out of business, it really hurt this neighborhood. And we need an anchor store. I want to see this place work.
Well, community engagement is changing. The way the residents interface with their community is changing. I thought I was optimistic when we saw more candidates running for CTM positions or the Clifton Business and Professional Association. Now we have a secretary and a treasurer.
Awesome.
And in the past it wasn't. And although I think this round of CTM trustees running for office, we probably have an even slate. Like there might be 5 places open, there's 5 people running. So
Right.
that's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, that's quite a accomplishment to have a treasurer and a secretary. I mean, it's just,
These
Clifton's-
organizations are more welcoming now than they had been in the past.
Right.
I think the market board had to go through this transition of trying to be more, and the board we have now is welcoming,
Good.
but it's very hard to be with the incredible amount of debt we've racked up.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's very difficult to get out of. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
So we're gonna see how it plays out. Every day I come here and I
Yes, you do.
I
And that's very nice of you to give your time and your effort and your, I guess, emotion behind making this work.
well, it's just a piece of the communication puzzle.
Yeah.
It may be a small piece, but at least it's out there every day, and you can't deny lack of information.
No. So, if need to be, someone needs to buy out this place. That needs to happen because I want to see it survive. You know, I think a lot of people, since you've been, putting your videos up on Facebook and YouTube, um, have maybe come back. I think people are, I don't know, every time I come here, it seems a little busier and busier. I'm here every day.
Well, as I said, I checked the figures, and the figures are not good. We really reached a point where the lenders and the loaners have extended themselves
To the point where they don't want to
they can't anymore, and the shoppers come in and they can't find they need very simple items, and so they get disappointed. So that's not the way to go. This is not the way to go.
This is not the way to go. You know, I mean, I understand there's simple things like cleaning supplies, and I had a sick dog and I needed baby food meat. There's no baby food. There's no cleaning supplies. There's no toilet paper, no paper towels. Then I go down to CVS. So I understand being disappointed, but you can't give up.
No, I agree. And as much as we'd like everybody to say, well, shop at Ace Hardware, go to CVS, come to the market, and then make a real community effort of it.
Well, that's what I do.
That's what you do, but believe you me, it's not common.
The norm,
It's
right?
not the
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm not the norm. We all know that.
Say is I got to look at the grocery list my wife gave me.
Yeah,
She wants me to get a case of wine.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. I hope you all are sharing that. I came to get some salmon.
Oh yes, I have salmon on the list too.
You eat that every night, though, I think, don't you?
Irene
dog.
loves Irene loves salmon,
I love salmon too.
and we love the Chilean salmon here, and
I'll have to try that.
it's sort of like half farm raised, half wild.
Well,
and
that's cool. And a salad and some other goodies to go on the salad, and that's dinner tonight.
we're coming
A
to your
little
house.
dill, little olive oil. Yeah, I'm into cooking. Do you do the cooking?
Well, we split it up about half and half.
Okay. Well, that's fair. So everyone needs to come down and buy some Chilean salmon and some organic salad.
Well, thank you, Chris.
All
Thank
right.
you for coming by.
All right, Tom. Give you a handshake. My hands are cold.
Oh, no, they're fine. Thank you.
All
Thank you
right,
very
Tom.
much.
Good luck.
Oh, no, we're all in this together.
Yes.
I see there's another great shopper right there.
What do we do? What's your paintings?
Oh, thank you. I need to move over here so I can get some people over here to sit down. Please? Oh, I think we might have a pen. I don't know. I got an orange marker. Would that help? Well, thank you, Chris, for that. Every time I sit in these chairs, they remind me the same chair is in Bryant Park in New York City. One time I was adjusting my chair. Of course, I pinched my finger like something like the craziness. So you got to be careful. We were talking about the CPS magnet schools. There's one information session left. It's scheduled from 5 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, November 7th at the Leap Academy at 2001 Baltimore Avenue, 45225. Of course, the big news tonight is the Golden Ticket opening. The Golden Ticket is back. This time with a new venue and a twist. The 9th annual juried exhibition is being held at the Trailside Nature Center in Burnett Woods. Cincinnati Parks and the Clifton Cultural Arts Center have partnered to invite artists to be inspired by the woods, by the architecture, and by the history of both. Exhibited artists include Alan Brown, Greg Buing, Jeff Castro, Jan Brown Checo, Lisa Huell Connor, Melissa Coulier, Pamela Dwortman, Tim Friedman, John Humphreys, Andrea Kay, Deborah Copina, Lou Kloner, Dana Kuhnlein, John Lazador, William W. Lithicum, Tom Lohre, Olin Manning, Sean T. Mullaney, Deborah C. Miles, Susan Clore, Name, Grace D. Safara, and Carol S. Wright. Over $1,500 in cash prizes will be awarded for Best in Show, for whom the CCA will also host a solo exhibition for Best in Show. Second and third place, honorable mention, People's Choice, and the Host Choice are the other awards. Winners will be announced during the opening reception. The venue is going to be at the Trailside Nature Center, 3251 Brookline Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45220. The opening reception will be Friday, November 2nd, from 6 to 9 p.m. Winners will be announced at 7 p.m. The exhibition dates will be November 2nd to December 15th. The hours will be Tuesday, 3 to 7, Fridays, 3 to 7, and Saturdays, 12 to 4. Cincy Flags is a City of Cincinnati grant-funded project seeking to professionally design a unique flag for each of Cincinnati's 52 neighborhoods. With your input, they hope to capture the distinct character and identity in each of the neighborhoods to reinforce local pride and instill in everyone a better sense of place. There will be a presentation of the flags at the CTM meeting on Monday, November 5th. Now, I don't have the link here, but I suggest you go to the City of Cincinnati website and try to find the link. There might be a link on the cliftoncommunity.org site, but it's pretty interesting. They list all the 52 neighborhoods, and the ones that the flags have been designed for have a link, so you can see the flags. I went to Clifton's designs have not been put up as an active link yet, but I went to Carthage, and it was really totally interesting. So I highly suggest going and looking at the flags. The Lantern Walk is coming up. It's right. I'm going to go straight to the flyer from Fairview Clifton German Language School. There's going to be a lantern making and chili cook-off before the Lantern Walk, Friday, November 9th, from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Fairview Clifton cafeteria. Bring a crock pot of your favorite chili to compete, or a side dish to share. It's $3 to make a lantern. First come, first served while supplies last. And the Lantern Walk itself will be Sunday, November 11th at 5:30. Refreshments will be at the Clifton Recreation Center parking lot at 5:15. The Kinder Choir performance. This is the choir from Fairview Clifton German Language School. At 6:30, the lanterns are lit and the walk begins. Glow sticks provided. The streets will be closed by the Cincinnati Police Department. Strollers and wagons are welcome. The event will happen rain or shine. If rain, the walk will be in the Clifton Recreation Center gym. The CTM will have baked goods, hot cocoa, and more available for purchase. The walk will be from the Clifton Recreation Center to McAlpin, to Middleton, to Lafayette, to the Cincinnati Women's Club, and back. It's 1.2 miles. The walk will start at approximately 6:30 p.m. and end by approximately 7:30 p.m. Streets will be closed, so wagons, strollers, and scooters, etc. are welcome. You can bring your own homemade or purchased lantern. This event happens as noted above. If it does not rain, if it rains, the event will move indoors to the Clifton Rec Center. In order to make this event successful, we need a few volunteers. This is easy work, such as posting no parking signs and creating the luminaries. Email us to email contact ctm@cliftoncommunity.org to advise and for us to advise you how to help. There will be we mentioned the lantern making a walk, and the Honeysuckle Hit Squad returns with the Cincinnati Parks Department staff and others to Bernard Woods to remove more of the honeysuckle invasive species that is crowding out native plants. Please consider volunteering some time for this event, as more hands allow for more removal. Bring gloves and water and wear sturdy shoes. Loppers will be provided. There will be two events in November, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 3rd and November 17th. Meet at the Trailside Nature Center in Burnett Woods. The Hazardous Waste Collection Program is still going on. The Hamilton County Recycling and Solid Waste District is sponsoring a weekly hazardous waste collection program. You likely have many items that can be taken to this weekly drop-off. It's at the Environmental Enterprises, Inc. at 4600 Spring Grove Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45232. It's Thursdays from 1 to 7 p.m. till November 15th. Is that Sister Sapphire? See you, Chris. The guidelines is for Hamilton County residents only. Must show proof of residency. No businesses, commercial establishments, or nonprofits permitted to participate. Only drop off during designated hours. It's no cost to residences. This program is funded by the Hamilton County Recycling and Solid Waste District. Acceptable items: antifreeze, batteries of all kinds, cleaners, driveway sealer, fire extinguishers, fluorescent bulbs, gasoline and motor oil, lawn and pool chemicals, mercury, oxygen and helium cylinders, pesticides and fertilizers, propane tanks, solvents, thinners, oil-based paints and stains, thermostats, and tar. Unacceptable items are appliances, computers and electronics, explosives and ammunition, fireworks, gunpowder, garbage, latex paint, medical waste, prescription drugs, radioactive materials, roofing materials, smoke detectors, tires, unmarked or inoperable cylinders, yard trimmings, and latex paint. The CC. We get to the CCAC when we go to online. Uptown institutions will be holding a career information session for work-ready attendees. Children's Hospital, University of Cincinnati, UC Health, Cincinnati Zoo, TriHealth, Uptown Hospitality Businesses, and the location will be at the Hampton Inn at 3024 Short Vine, Wednesday, November 7th, from 6 to 7:30. That's the Hampton Inn right at Martin Luther King and Short Vine, Wednesday, November 7th, from 6 to